only one concept that is necessary, that v is equals to v plus relative velocity or relative velocity plus u. This is very important. Hello and welcome again. In this lecture I will tell you how you can easily draw the velocity triangle and find the force. First of all, you must know some basic things that is necessary to know for the velocity triangle. The first one is what is the scalar quantity and what is the vector quantity, because we are going to use the velocities, that is u, v and relative velocities. Second one is the relative motion. So this is basically related with this, because as we know that relative velocity is v minus u, where v is the jet velocity and u is the blade velocity and v are the relative velocity, and we will use v as u plus vr or vr plus u, and these are the vector quantities. So first thing that you must keep in your mind, that this is the vector quantity and this is the formula for the relative velocity. The third one is the jet angle and the fourth one is the vane angle. Now see this, there is a jet from where water is going to impinge to the vane, and the angle that is made by the jet from the horizontal, it is called jet angle, and this velocity is v, where v is the jet velocity. The jet that is going to impinge the vane, it is called velocity v of jet. The second one is the blade angle. Blade angle, suppose there is a blade, and if we draw the tangent from the blade, and the angle made by this tangent with the horizontal is called blade angle, and this velocity will be relative velocity. So this is very important. Relative velocity is very important because it will help you in finding the mass flow rate, because mass flow rate is defined as rho into area of jet and relative velocity, and if the vane velocity is 0, then this will be called rho into area of the jet and velocity of the jet. And this is the similar formula that will going to help you in the turbine case, where the series of vane will be used. So this formula is also applicable for that condition, and if you want to learn only one formula, then this formula is very, very important, because if you know the basic concept, the velocity triangle, what is called velocity, what is called relative velocity, then you can easily relate how mass flow rate formula will be changed as rho a v1, where v1 is the jet velocity. There are some basic rules that you must know about. The first one is the tangential velocity will be always the relative velocity. Suppose there is a vane and this is the tangent, then this velocity will be radial velocity. I have already told you, and I have one thing that I have already told you, that relative velocity is equals to main velocity, that is jet velocity, minus velocity of vane. These are the vector quantities. So velocity of jet is equals to relative velocity plus vane velocity. Okay, this is the formula that will very helpful for us. Suppose this is the inlet of the vane, so this tangential velocity will always be relative velocity. So we have two methods. We can either add the vane velocity here, we can show the velocity here, that is vane velocity here, or we can simply show the vane velocity here, because you know that if in vector we have something to add, either arrowhead should be one arrowhead and tail should be combined. So this can be showed here, or we can also show here. Okay, similar, we can show the vane velocity here, or we can show the vane velocity here. So instead of showing vane velocity here, we will show at the tail of the relative velocity. Then this resultant is called jet velocity, and this is the vane angle phi, and this is the jet angle theta. And if we draw perpendicular, this is called velocity of flow, and the total velocity from here to here, it is called velocity of whirl, VW. Similarly, at the exit of the vane, this tangential velocity will be VR, and as we know that this is moving in that direction, so we have to add here vane velocity is u, so have to add at the u, and if we take the resultant, this will be v at the exit. We can show with the v1 at the vane, at the inlet, v1 at the inlet, and 2 at the exit. If we draw the perpendicular, this will be velocity of flow at the outlet, and if we split this main velocity, then this velocity is called velocity of whirl at the exit. This is the basic concept to draw the velocity triangle in any stream. So first of all, I am going to, this is first of all I have been drawn here, and I will also going to generate the velocity triangle for the Pelton wheel turbine. So please wait. For the Pelton wheel turbine, we know that there is a vane, and there is a splitter at the center, and the flow is at the center. This is the jet, and this is the jet velocity V1. Okay, and earlier I have been told you that if we draw the tangent, this will be the radial velocity, this will be the resultant velocity, and here also be resultant velocity VR. Since we are going to show 2 at the outlet, so we will both the outlet, so we are written 2 the vane velocity is u, so we will add u. We can draw a small portion of that is this one. Okay, this is a tangent. If it is not appear like tangent, so you can draw this one. This is relative velocity, this is also relative velocity at the exit. This is the velocity of vane u, and there is also velocity of vane u. If we take the resultant, this is called vane velocity u2, and if we take the resultant, this is called v2. This is velocity of flow, and this is called whirl velocity at the exit, and similar will be at the, this is called whirl velocity, and this is called velocity of flow at the exit, because both are the exit, but these are at the outlet. At the inlet, you can simply see we will strike VR. What we are going to strike? VR, and also know that there is the vane velocity u, so from here to here this will be V1, jet velocity at the inlet. It is very easy. Okay, now in the case of radial flow turbine, I am going to take one example of the radial flow turbine. The method is always remain same, that we will start with the radial velocity. We will start with the radial velocity. It will be very easy. Suppose this is the center of the turbine, and there is a vane. There is a vane, this one. Okay, and this is the radial flow turbine. So flow will be in the direction of radial. Flow velocity will be in that direction. Flow velocity will be in that direction. So this is the inlet 1 and this is the outlet 2. So tangent will always be relative velocity. Tangent will always be relative velocity v1, and this is the velocity of, since there is a radius 1 and 2, so this will be 1 and 2. At the inlet there will be u1, at the outlet there will be u2. Okay, so this is the velocity, this is the relative velocity, and this is the vane velocity at the inlet u1. If we draw the resultant, this is called jet velocity, and if we will break into two parts, then it will be velocity of flow, that will be in this radial direction, okay, and this complete will be whirl velocity. At the outlet, this will be the velocity of flow. Any place you can see, the tangent will always be, I have already told you that the tangent velocity will be that is relative velocity. If you have to add the vane velocity at the outlet, this is the vane velocity at the outlet u2. If you will draw the resultant, this is called the main velocity at outlet. If you will combine this will be 90 degree, this will be the radial flow and the flow velocity, and this will be the whirl velocity at the outlet. It is very easy. And the one thing that you must know, what is the deflection angle? Deflection angle will always drawn from this relative velocity, and if this angle is beta, so, and what is the relative velocity here? This is the relative velocity, and suppose this angle is gamma. Based on the nomenclature, you can easily relate. I am just spontaneously taken this. So this angle will be beta and this will be gamma, and the deflection from this original, this is called deflection angle. So what is the deflection angle? Deflection angle is 180 degree minus gamma plus beta. This is called deflection angle. Okay. One more case I am going to take so that you can easily understand how can you easily draw the velocity triangle. I think the concept you have been know that we have to start with the relative velocity, and after that we have to add the vane velocity, and after taking the resultant we can get the jet velocity. So you can easily draw. Here I have been taken the radial flow at the inlet. Now if there is simply a blade, this one. If we are taking here inlet, now again draw the tangent, and this tangent will be again the relative velocity at head, and we know that for the radial flow turbine there is u1 and u2. At the inlet there will be blade velocity u1, and the outlet there will be blade velocity u2. We have to add the blade velocity u1 here, and if we will take the resultant, then this will be the jet velocity v1. Okay, after splitting this we can get whirl velocity and velocity of the flow. At the outlet again, and this will be in the direction of radius. Suppose there is center, and this is also this one. So how can you easily draw? Very, I think it will not be tough. So suppose this is velocity of flow, you can take the 90 degree angle, the tangent will be relative velocity, and at the tip you have to add u2, this u2 may be up to here. So after that you can get vf2, main velocity u2 here, and after splitting this you can easily find water velocity and velocity of flow. Okay, it doesn't matter that if the velocity will always be at this side. If this velocity u1 is very large, this can go to up to this one. Just only one concept that is necessary, that v is equals to v plus relative velocity or relative velocity plus u. This is very important. Okay, I think you can easily draw the relative velocity. If you have any query, you can tell me, and in the next video I will tell easily how can you easily find the forces that is going to act. For mass flow rate, I think I have told you. For the single vane, for the cases when there is a single case, when there is a single vane, the mass flow rate will be rho velocity, means the density of the water and the area of the jet and the relative velocity. Suppose if the vane is fixed, then this relative velocity will simply be rho, because what is the relative velocity? Vr equals to v minus u. If this velocity is 0, then this main velocity will be relative velocity, and if blade is fixed, then mass flow rate will be rho a v1. And this is the similar case when there is the series of blade case, then same mass flow rate will be rho a v1, and the force is equals to rate of change of momentum, then the m into v, and the based on this velocity, either this blade is fixed or this is moving, this v will also be varying. If this blade will move, then this will be v minus u, and if this is not moving, this is simply mv, and you can simply find on the basis of this one rho a v1 square. So I am just taking ASAP on this one. For the next video, in the next video I will explain everything how can you easily find. Okay, if you have, again I am saying that if you have any query, please tell me. Thank you.